friends, I'm going to show you guys how I make my white sauce enchilada. And so we got people working on our stairs. It's going to be quite loud, but I'm going to show you guys the ingredients. Just rotisserie chicken, I get mine at Costco, flour tortillas, some shredded cheese, flour, sour cream. I use green chili from Trader Joe's, salt and pepper. Basically going to make a roux out of the flour and the chicken broth. Add some salt and pepper there just to flavor it up a little bit, and then I'm going to add on my green chilies and sour cream. And then before that, I'm going to shred up my chicken. This is just rotisserie chicken from Costco. I'm going to use about maybe 3 cups for a family of 6. 3 cups, 2 cups, and however many tortillas I have for the family. And then about 2 cups of sour cream, green chili, and then roughly about 2 cans of the chicken broth. So that's however many 2 cans is, maybe 2.5 cups, and then about 6 to 8 tablespoons of the flour. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping it up and show you guys. Roughly, I don't know, maybe three cups of chicken in here, rotisserie chicken that I shredded. Maybe 4. I really just eyeball it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get some cheese and then put it in here, about maybe 2.5 cups for this, and then I'm gonna blend it well together. All right, sorry guys, I'm just using my iPhone, and like I said, we have people working on the stairs. We're replacing our carpet on the stairs. So you just want to make sure that this is just very well blended, mix well together, and then just make it look like as if it has like the same consistency of chicken and cheese. This is the part where I just usually just eyeball it, and that's it. So we're gonna put this aside, and then let's go start making our roux. I forgot to mention earlier that you do need butter for your roux. So this is, I think, just regular unsalted butter. And then for this recipe, I basically have doubled it to meet my family's needs. I have 4 kids and 2 adults. But if you're just cooking it for 2 or 3 people, then just cut it in half of all the ingredients I'm using. So I'm going to use about 6 tablespoons. So I'm just going to cut that in half, and then I'm going to melt it into my pot. And then once it's melted, I'm going to go ahead and add my my flour, and then just make sure that your pot is in very low heat. All right, so for this one, I have a hubby helping me because I have the camera. So you basically want to make sure your butter is melted, turn it down really low. So I have it on very low low heat, and then I've already pre-measured about 6 tablespoons of flour, and then we're gonna start putting it in there. Okay, go ahead, hubby. There you go. Because you don't want to burn the flour, otherwise it's not gonna taste the same. Okay, okay. Let's really whisk it. So that was 3. Okay. So that looks like it's pretty cooked. So now I'm gonna start putting in my chicken broth. So that's 1 cup. I put like usually I put like the Swan. Is it the Swan chicken broth? And that was like 2 cans. There's another one. All right. We went ahead and added about 3.5 cups of chicken broth onto here. Now I'm just gonna flavor it with just a little bit of salt and pepper, just to give it a little bit of flavor. So hubby's gonna do that. Couple of sprinkles, and then once it starts boiling, I will remove it from the heat, and then that's when I'm gonna add my sour cream and my green chilies. It's cooling down. I'm gonna go ahead and get Pam cooking spray, and then I'm just gonna lightly reset so it doesn't stick. And then so I have my roux. And then I have my sour cream. I'm just basically gonna put 2 cups of sour cream in here. All right, I have the sour cream and the chili in here. Now you can add more or less chili. I use like a little can of chili from green chili from Trader Joe's. But if you have kids and they're very picky, you can use half of it. But I wouldn't omit it because it does put in a lot of flavor into your cream sauce. And just mix that well, and then we're gonna start rolling out our tortillas with the with the chicken and the cheese. You ready, hubby?
Ready to
All right,
go.
so I like to stuff my tortillas because that's what the kids like. So I'm just gonna roll it, stuff it in there as much as I can, and then roll it nice and tight. And then I'm just gonna start repeating that until I'm out of tortillas. And by stuffing it, overstuffing it, I feel like the kids are just getting a bit more into their bite. So I like to put mine in between first before I pour it over to make sure that it's all in there. The sauce is amazing. And this is a super easy recipe too. The kids can easily make this. You can make the roux, the sauce ahead of time for them, and then they can come home after school for my kids, my older ones, and shred the chicken and mix it with the cheese, and then the sauce is already ready, and then all they have to do is just this. My kids like to cook. Do not go skimpy on your sauce. This is why I like to double my recipe for my sauce, is because I do like a lot of sauce in there. And then also, if I do have extra sauce, I can easily make just pasta and then use this as a white sauce for the pasta for the girls to bring to school the next day. See how there's still a lot of sauce. And that's it, friends. Simple as that. So I'm gonna go ahead and bake this into the oven. You could put it in broil for just maybe a few minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. But if you do put it in broil, I recommend not to walk away from your oven. But I usually just put it into like 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna sprinkle some more cheese on top. Okay. And all right, it's ready to go into the oven. Look at that. And so huge, it's easy to make. All right, friends, here it is. Okay, I do want to sample it before feeding it to the family. So I'm gonna get a cut. Oh, I can, this, I overstuffed the edge one, so that's okay. Yeah, or do you need this one?
No.
Got it? But look how cheesy. Look at that. Okay, you taste it. Tell me what you think.
Oh, you know I'm hungry.
Yeah, I've made this a few times for the family. Hubby loves this.
Oh my gosh.
Hot? Good?
Oh my gosh, yes.
All right, so that's how we made our sour cream white sauce chicken enchilada. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Mahalo.